Yo, what's going on, guys? And oh my freaking god, the Minnesota Timberwolves have swept in back-to-back home games. Let me read this. Let me read this tweet correctly. The Timberwolves beat the Utah Jazz 105 to 104, which is awesome. But there was a tweet I had just seen that either Shams or somebody had tweeted. I'll get into this. Tim McMahon. Minnesota sweeping the home and home against Utah jeopardizes the Utah chances of hanging on to the number one seed and the Timberwolves' chances of claiming a top three protected first round pick. And look, I have said this countless times. People who follow my channel. Timberwolves are one of my favorite teams. I was actually born in St. Louis Park, lived there till I was 4, then moved to the suburbs of Orlando from like 4 to 9, and then from years 9 to 19 I lived in Baltimore, Maryland, and now I go to school and I live in Lawrence, Kansas. Like, my parents live back home, but I actually live here full time. I don't go home. And the Timberwolves, I have said multiple times that I believe if they can finish the year strong, I don't care what lot they're gonna. Obviously, it would suck if they lose the top three pick and it would go to the Warriors. But I'm fine with that because I know we can trade Jared Culver, Josh Okogie, Juancho Hernan-Gomez, and one of the, and Jake Layman and Ricky Rubio, probably one of those guys or a combination of those guys for a first round pick. I'm not worried about a first round pick. I want to see Chris Finch and this Timberwolves team finish the year off strong. And this is what we're seeing. Obviously, D'Angelo Russell will eventually return to the starting lineup. And he's playing phenomenal in this six-man role, which shows that I believe next year, when D'Angelo Russell is the starting point guard, or at the end of the year, when he's the starting point guard and Malik Beasley is back, Malik Beasley will be the man going off and dropping 20 points a night off the bench and win six-man of the year. What I'm saying right now, I believe next year's six-man of the year is going to be Malik Beasley. And that's because I believe next year's lineup is going to be D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, Jaden McDaniels, and whatever defender. Maybe they get a defensive guy who can hit threes and have 4 or 5 assists a game and be a secondary playmaker for D'Angelo Russell. Or just be a 3-and-D guy, or a D guy, or Josh Okogie, and they keep him. Because the lineup that this rotation they had last night, which was the starting lineup of Rubio, Edwards, Towns, Okogie, McDaniels, will probably be there next year. And the guys off the bench, Russell, Hernan-Gomez, Naz Reid, Jordan McLaughlin, and Jared Vanderbilt will all probably be there except for Juancho. I hate Juancho. I don't want him back. But I guess he's been playing better basketball under Chris Finch than he was under Ryan Saunders. I still don't really like him. I would like to trade him. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't see much value in him. That's maybe me just being, at this point, I saw him play so bad for so long that I don't even care that if he plays good. I just know how capable of being bad he is. But Jared Vanderbilt and Jay McDaniels are two Swiss Army knives. I truly believe that if Jaden McDaniels wasn't on this team, Jared Vanderbilt would be having similar numbers to Jaden McDaniels' numbers as a starter. And Jared Vanderbilt's going to have more minutes. Naz Reid's going to have more minutes. I honestly like the idea of Jaden McDaniels playing the small forward position, Karl-Anthony Towns at the power forward position, then at the center position, you put Naz Reid. Then all you got to worry about is finding a new big man to back up Naz Reid, and you have Jared Vanderbilt play, and then you also probably have to find a power forward, but like PJ Tucker or a Robert Covington, but they already had Covington, would fit that role. But the fact that Karl-Anthony Towns had a double-double, 21 and 11, then you have Jaden McDaniels have 10 rebounds out there, 6 points, and this team as a whole has done what I think is just a great night for this team. And let's look at from a defensive standpoint as well. First off, that they won back-to-back games is phenomenal, and I've said this multiple times that we need to see a strong end of the year. So for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio had 3 steals to lead the night, but the whole team had steals. Edwards has a steal. Also, Anthony Edwards has been averaging a steal, like it seems like every single game he has 1 or 2 steals at least for the past month or so. Also Hernan-Gomez, Jared Vanderbilt had a steal. Then you had Naz Reid, D'Angelo Russell had a block. Then Jay McDaniels had 2 blocks. And everyone's passing the ball around. There's rebounding all around. Anthony Edwards almost had a double-double. And that's just awesome. That's really awesome. That's basically it. I think this is a strong year, and I don't care if they lose a pick. I think they'll be able to get one back, trade a package of Culver, I also like Jalen Noel. So what about a package of Culver, Lehman, and Juancho Hernan Gomez could definitely get you a late first round pick. That's it for me, guys. PB's out.